My name is Melea Siebert, and I live in Leawood, Kansas. I am a proud supporter of Mayor Pete Buttigieg for president in 2020. I think the first time I realized that Pete was definitely the one I wanted to support and back was when I saw him in the Kansas City area in the summer of 2019. I heard him speak. He was the first candidate to come through the Kansas City metro area, and I, like so many other people, have been really kind of despondent and wanting to tune out as far as what's been happening in our world, and that's not who I am. I've always been very plugged in, wanting to understand the state of affairs, wanting to really get my fix every day to find out what's happening. But I realized that for my own well-being, I had to take a step back, and it was not the direction that our country was headed. So when I went to hear Mayor Pete speak, that was the first time in so long that I actually felt hope on a visceral level for what might be and for what might be down the road. I felt hope, and this young person who I knew very little about spoke to me. His message resonated, and I almost had tears in my eyes. That's how excited I was. And ever since then, I knew he was the person I wanted to support, and I haven't looked back. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the other candidates as well, but Pete's ability to listen, to be empathetic, and his message of unification is absolutely something that I stand behind. I have, throughout the course of my lifetime, been around people who have been very angry and divisive, and that's not the direction I want to go, and that's not the direction I want our country to continue to be in, especially for my nephews and for all of the young people that are here. We're leaving this behind to them, and we have to believe that the world is going to move down a more positive path, a more positive trajectory, and he's the one that instills that hope. I have never volunteered for a political campaign up until now. I'm 45 years old and have felt compelled right now with a sense of urgency and the importance of what's happening right now in our country and around the world. He's a leader. He's the leader that we read about in history books when we're young, that he embodies, what it means to be presidential. And I can stand behind him with pride and know that he speaks not just for a certain group of Americans, he speaks for all Americans. And that's exciting. And I know he can lead us down a path of unification and hope. And I think that that's what we need right now. Although I think that Mayor Pete has so many fantastic policy proposals, I would say the one that resonates with me most clearly, probably today, is his mental health policy proposal that he has, and the epidemic of despair that he talks about. Throughout the course of my lifetime, I have seen, like so many others, depression, suicide, addiction, gun violence, all of those things have touched my life. And we all have to work together. We all need to be able to openly have these conversations, these hard, uncomfortable conversations. And one thing that he has proposed on his website, which I think is fantastic, is to require schools to have a mental health first aid course. And I think that would be fantastic and such a step in the right direction to teach our kiddos that it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry, and and show them and give them the tools that they need to express that anger and express that sadness, and also to look out for one another and what to do when they see certain things. And I think that's really one of the places that it needs to start. So his policy proposals on mental health and addiction are right on we cannot overlook them. We have to take it seriously. We have to take action. And if we don't, we'll continue to see what we're seeing across this country with opioid crisis and also gun violence. And it's critical, not just to me, but I think to so many others. My name is Melea Siebert, and I support Pete Buttigieg for president in 2020.